Whoa, 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 whoa. Relax. Take a deep breath. Breathing, man. Some pretty cool stuff. Let's talk about it. So you're here to learn about how to breathe correctly. Well, good for you. I am qualified in all those ways. I've been breathing for my whole life. But no, really. There's a certain way that you gotta breathe when you're a musician. It's just how it goes. So in today's video, we're gonna discuss the correct way to breathe as a singer or a performer or just in general to calm yourself down, because it's so good for you to take some nice deep breaths sometimes. It's a stressful world we live in, and sometimes you gotta stop and just breathe, man, breathe. So today, while you're watching this video, I want you guys to participate in these breathing activities with me. And then afterwards, we'll see how you feel. Cool thing is if you practice your breathing, if you practice your musical, singer's, instrumental player breath, you will actually improve. You can practice breathing better. It's a thing. So let's break some things down first. Your lungs are your power source. That's where the power of your voice is coming from. So without a good breath, your power's not going to be there. With a good breath, your power will be there. Second, your voice box or your vocal folds. Those little things in the back of your throat that make your voice sound. That's your vibrator. They vibrate together, your two little vocal folds, and that's what creates your voice. It's literally the coolest and kind of grossest thing in the whole world, but it's so awesome. Lastly is your nose. That's your resonator. That's what gives you a nice forward sound. Or if you don't want as forward of a sound, you kind of bring it backwards. Now, a lot of people have heard about your diaphragm. That's right there in your stomach. It's kind of like right underneath your rib cage. When you expand, you feel your diaphragm going kind of like a ball. It's pretty cool stuff. All that is happening inside your body when you sing just one note. What? Now, do you remember that whole discussion we had this last week on posture? Well, posture can actually affect your breathing so much. So much. Now, you want to know why? Well, if you have bad posture, you're blocking off your airways, dude. First of all, we talked about how when we're hunched over, our stomach is kind of being like crushed. We can't take a full breath until we're standing up and we're able to expand. This, no. This, yes. Yes, sorry I look like a ghost. Not only standing straight, but also the way that we have our chin. Remember, your chin is supposed to be parallel with the ground. Well, if your chin is down like this, you're crushing your, larynx, which is the part in your throat, right? You're crushing your throat, which is gonna make you sound kind of like this. It's not cute, and it doesn't sound good. So why are you doing it? Stop doing it. Also, do you remember that thing I told you about keeping your knees bent? Well, if we're locking our knees and losing circulation, we're gonna become lightheaded, which also makes you short of breath. So, yeah, posture's important for breathing, just in general. Like, if you want to be able to breathe clearly, like, even if you're working out, like, you guys play sports, right? If you're working out and you're having a hard time breathing, you want to open up your chest. You don't want to hunch over and, no, you want to stand up straight. Let that air come into your chest. I'm a ghost again. Hello, I'm back. So we've got to move on to our breathing exercises now. We got to practice this so we can improve and get better. So let's practice together. With me right now, come and do exactly what I'm doing. You ready? Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. You don't look ready. Stand up. Thank you. Hey, some of you guys are tricking me. Come on your feet. Nobody's watching you. You might as well participate. For this first exercise, I want you guys to all stand. Take your arms, place them right at the bottom of your rib cage. So find where your rib cage is, right at the bottom. And I want you guys to breathe in and feel your rib cage expand. Okay? While you're doing this, just normal breaths. Keep an eye on your shoulders. Are they going up as you breathe? Are they going like this? If so, you're doing it wrong. Do not raise your shoulders. Keep them nice and level. You should be seeing your chest move out a tiny bit. You should be feeling your rib cage expand just a little bit. It's not a lot. And you should also feel your diaphragm expand, which is making your rib cage go out. Awesome! You guys just completed the first step of learning how to breathe. So now that you know how to breathe, we're going to add on to it. Here's the next step. Alright, we're still breathing, but this time, let's do an inhale for 5 seconds and an exhale for 10 seconds. Now do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How did that feel? Let's do another one. And in for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, this time you're going to do this with me. We're going to breathe in for 5 seconds. This time I'm not going to count. And when we breathe out, we're going to make a sound. And we're going to go as long as we can, but without getting to a red zone. Now, Miss Voigt, what's the red zone? Well, let me tell you guys. While we're singing, we have 3 zones. The green zone, the yellow zone, and the red zone down here. We don't want to ever be in the red zone, alright? When you're breathing, you want to be in the green zone or the yellow zone. The green zone is the zone where you have a nice amount of breath. You're able to breathe. It's kind of like when you're sitting and doing nothing. You always have breath. You're never running out. You're never like worried that you're not going to have enough breath to finish a sentence, right? The yellow zone is when you're kind of getting to the end of your rope and you're like, oh my gosh, I need a breath. When am I going to get it? Oh, I hope I get it soon. Oh, got it. Good. Thank you. Notification for telling me that I needed to breathe. Thank you. Thank you. The red zone is when you're going to the end of your breath and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't make it anymore. I'm going to get it. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. So always stay in the green zone. If you get yourself in the yellow zone, breathe. Go back to the green zone. So for this exercise, you guys need to go into the yellow zone, but don't go into the red zone, okay? So I'm going to do it with you, okay? And I'm going to stop once I get to my yellow zone. I will be honest with you, and I will stop when I get to my yellow zone. You guys also stop. And if it's at the same time as me, that's great. If it's longer than me, fantastic. Good for you. If it's shorter than me, that's totally fine as well. Okay, 5 seconds in, and then we're going to until we're in their yellow zone. Keep your hands on your rib cage and in. Are you still going? So as you saw, Miss White stopped when she got to her yellow zone. I could have gone longer if I had to, but I didn't want to because it was getting to the point where I just wanted to breathe. So I breathed. If you want to breathe, breathe. For this next exercise, instead of a long we're going to do short That way we are engaging our core. You remember that from our posture lesson? We're engaging our core. So we're using our core muscles. So you should be Let me show you. When you guys are singing, your stomach, kind of like you're pushing the air out, but don't actually push it. You should feel your core is tight, right? So you guys should engage your core muscles. They should be nice and firm. Your abs should be firm. I know not everyone has a six-pack, but everyone has abs. Your abs should be nice and firm and engaged, but they should still be expandable so you can get a full breath, right? Okay, let's try it. So for this exercise, we're going to breathe in for 5 seconds, and then we're going to go tss, tss, tss. Okay? All right, do it with me. Hands on our rib cage so we can feel our breath. In for 5 seconds. And tss, tss, tss. Got it? That's what we're doing, okay? You can also put your hands right here so you can feel your diaphragm and your core engaging. Try it again. Ready? In for 5 seconds. One more time. Awesome. So that's another breathing exercise you can do. For this next breathing exercise, you guys are going to have to lay on your backs on the ground. So for this one, let me explain it first and then I'll show you. You guys are going to lay on your backs. You're going to have your feet on the ground and your knees bent. So your knees are kind of towards the sky. And this one, you guys are just going to take nice, even breaths in and out. We'll do 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. It's actually really hard to get a nice full breath while you're laying on your back because gravity is pushing down on your stomach. So this is another good way that you can see your stomach expand. Your stomach is going to go up against gravity and down. And it's just a good way to show that your stomach is the one that should be moving up and down, not your shoulders. Okay? So let's try this activity together. Knees bent. Let's watch Miss White's stomach go up and down while you guys also do this with me. So hands right here and watch your stomach go up and down. I'm going to move my hands away so you can see. And you can also do it where you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's try that together. One more time. I don't know about you guys, but that was fantastic. Breathing while just lying on the ground is the best. I'm ready for a nap. So those are just a few ways to practice your breathing. Practice expanding your rib cage and your diaphragm and not your shoulders. Breathing should be something that gives you energy and refreshes you. It shouldn't be something that makes you exhausted. So if you're breathing too fast and heavy, you should practice breathing a little slower, which is what I just gave you today. Little exercises to do it on your own. So now, you guys have the knowledge to sing with good posture, sing with good breath, and to use all 3 of your voice parts to produce a great sound. You guys are learning so much already.